Welcome to Newswatch. Hoping you had a wonderful day today. Thank you for joining us here on Newswatch on Hope TV as we bring you news that made headlines today. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. Activist Boniface Mwangi has been released on a 1 million shilling personal bond after pleading not guilty to charges of unlawful possession of ammunition. Mwangi, who had been arrested on Saturday at his Lukenya home, was arraigned at the Kahawa Law Court today, where he denied 2 charges brought against him by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. According to the prosecution, the activist was found in possession of 3 tear gas canisters without lawful authority on the day of his arrest at the Mageuzi Hub in Nairobi. He also faced another second charge of possessing 1 round of blank ammunition without a valid authorization. Principal Magistrate Gideon Kiage ordered his release on bond and scheduled the case for mention on the 19th of August. His arrest had sparked an uproar when the court initially preferred terrorism charges against him. They were later replaced with those of unlawful ammunition possession.
President is scared. He's scared of young people because young people are organizing by themselves. Yeah. They're going to the streets, they're demanding better. So our president thinks that people are being paid to go to the streets. And they think I'm the financier. So when they went to my bank account, there's no money. So they thought I have money in, like I have a safe. I don't even have a safe in my home or even in my office. I don't even own a gun. I don't carry guns. I don't own any weapons. So they thought I had money in the office. If you look at the search warrant, say that they have information that I use Mageuzi to distribute money to goons.
Now, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacist and Dentist Union KMPDU has condemned what it terms as the continued exploitation of doctors by the Kiambu County government and raised concern over rising insecurity in hospitals nationwide. Addressing a press briefing, Secretary General Dr. Davji Atela said the ongoing doctor strike will persist due to delayed salaries, lack of promotion, and unexplained pay deductions. He also cited an alleged patient murder at the Kenyatta National Hospital as a grim example of staff shortages and poor security. The union has meanwhile announced a public demonstration scheduled for this Thursday and urged Kiambu residents to join in, saying the county's negligence compromises healthcare services.
Strike because they have not been promoted despite the return to work agreement last year that was adopted in court. That their medical insurance is not working, and therefore most doctors in Kiambu County are not able to afford the services that themselves are offering. The statutory deductions are done in the pay slips, including the banks, but they're not remitted. That these doctors, when they raise their voice of the issues of injustice, the injustice of lack of drugs, of lack of equipment, that they need to be supported over the services, they get arbitrarily transferred to different hospitals. There are delayed salaries to the point that the doctors keep on selling the little properties that they have. They have been unable to even to fuel cars to go to work. The rents, we have landlords knocking every day. So these are the mere injustices that has made the doctors say enough is enough, and there's no way they will go back to work if these issues are not resolved. The shortage, they can't even go on leave. The court last week pronounced itself on the issues of Kiambu, and the court has protected this strike. The judge, in his wisdom, said that negotiation will go on while the doctors are on strike. The principal judge declared last week that there's nothing tying his hand now to declare that the county managements are in contempt, because all the issues we are demanding were court order. And therefore we are, as much as we are negotiating, as much as we are on strike, the individuals who are responsible for it are actually being subjected to criminal offense, because they have not complied to court orders. Therefore, the union is demonstrating and saying, we will not proceed to go back to work unless these issues are resolved. We will not in any way go back to work if we don't see goodwill that is demonstrated by goodwill, not by word of mouth by politicians. And that's why this strike will continue.
Now, the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, ORPP, has issued provisional registration certificates to two newly formed political parties, namely the Vision for Development Alliance Party, VIDA, and the Hekima Alliance Party, HAPA. Acting Registrar Sophia Sitati, who presided over the certificate awarding ceremony, congratulated the two parties for fulfilling the necessary legal requirements. The acting registrar urged the parties to uphold the law, promote national unity, and engage in issue-based politics as they prepare to participate in the democratic processes. VIDA and HAPA now become the 17th and 18th parties to be provisionally registered in the country. The founders of VIDA shared their journey and the challenges they encountered while forming the party, emphasizing their commitment to inclusive growth and development. On its part, HAPA outlined its ideology rooted in wisdom-driven leadership and ethical governance and citizen empowerment.
The Kima Party ideology is based on a welfare state delivered through an economic model called Evolve. Each of the letters of Evolve has a meaning. So I start with the party ideology. Kenyans have been left out of economic participation of their own country. If all those left out came together, they will definitely win and form government. Kenya has only two tribes, the looted and the looters. When the looted come together and elect one of them, the looters, who are the minority, would have no place in Kenyan leadership. When those who cannot get help clearance, are unemployed, are on CRB, burdened by Fuliza, cannot afford any form of insurance, cannot offer their families 3 meals a day, are united together, they can change this country. Hekima Alliance is a political party that belongs to Kenyans. It won't be operated like someone's kiosk, where aspirants must carry a briefcase of money to someone's house or see someone's wife to get the party ticket. It is the people who will decide the nominee for the presidential candidate all the way to MCS, and that is where democracy will be green at the grassroots level, but not behind the scene deals.
We head to Trans Nzoia County now. Governor George Natembeya has urged the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC to hasten its investigations into claims of corruption at the county government. The governor was speaking upon resuming office this morning after a 60-day absence following a directive issued by the court. And this is after he pleaded not guilty to charges linked to irregular payments amounting to 3.2 million shillings made by the county government to two private firms. The court had directed him to stay away from office to allow the EACC to carry out its investigations without interference. Upon resuming office today, the governor says he is now focused to work twice as hard to make up for the time lost. He has vowed to stay focused on service delivery to his residents and resist political distractions.
Keep on challenging those honjos at ESCC to really come out and tell the world, like they've always done, when they raid people's homes and offices, to say we went to Natembeya's place and we found this much money, we found that, we found this, and that's why we took him to court.
And in Kilifi, Catherine Kenga has been voted overwhelmingly as the new Kilifi County Assembly Speaker. In the first round of voting, 48 out of 51 MCAs voted for Kenga to replace Teddy Mwambire, who was impeached by the MCAs last month. Now, Kenga defeated 4 other contestants for the post. Kenga, who previously served as the acting county secretary and was also former county executive committee member for roads in Kilifi County, has now officially assumed office following the impeachment of her predecessor. Governor Gideon Mungaro, in his message of congratulations, said as the first woman elected to the speaker position in the county, Kenga sets a powerful example and opens the door for more women to lead. Indeed, congratulations to Kenga for that deserved win. Moving on, Westlands MP Tim Wanyonyi has held a meeting with student leaders from technical colleges in Bungoma to discuss emerging challenges facing the students. During the meeting, Wanyonyi, who is eyeing the Bungoma gubernatorial seat in the 2027 elections, urged the students to rally their colleagues and register for the national identity cards to enable them participate in the forthcoming elections and influence their choice of leaders at the ballot. The student leaders have on their part decried the trend where the youth have been misused by politicians and pledged to be more involved in the elections to also choose leaders who care for their welfare.
I just want to encourage our young people to be bold enough and go out, take IDs and voters' cards. Because if you want to express yourself in the next election, you must have these tools of threat. If you don't have them, you'll just not participate and you'll be frustrated even more. So the power is in your hands. Come out in numbers, encourage each other, and tell whoever. I know last election, many young people refused to vote. They said, because serikali has society. So by this time, I'm telling you, please, take control of these things. If you vote in numbers, you'll get people elected whom you want to serve you and give services to you, and that will take you somewhere. I'm very sure. This election in Abuja, it will not be business as usual. It will be something different, totally different. So if anybody is living in fool's paradise, waje wajue kitaisha, kitaumana.
And to Uasin Gishu County now, the county government has announced plans to establish 3 more fire stations. The county's Road and Infrastructure CECM Abraham Serem says the plan is part of their efforts to enhance their capacity to respond to disasters and emergencies. Serem said the new fire stations will be at Burnt Forest, Moyes Bridge and Mailine. Funds have already been allocated in the current financial year to facilitate the project. Speaking during the distribution of new uniforms to over 50 members of the Eldoret Fire Brigade, the CECM said the move also forms part of their efforts to enhance the morale of the officers and ensure they have a conducive working environment.
Ni haja kubwa ya serikali ikiongozwa na gavana wetu Jonathan B. Chelile kuhakikisha hawa wafanyikazi wetu haswa firefighters wako na sare sawa ya kufanya kazi vizuri. Tuko na mikakati ya kuhakikisha kuwa ile working environment ya hawa firefighters iko nzuri. Tumekuwa tukisaidia kuhakikisha kuwa mambo ya moto inadhibitiwa vizuri. Tumekuwa na success stories. Tumekuwa tukisaidia pote, hata majirani wetu. Umepata hapa nyuma habari, tumeenda mpaka pale Nandi kuwasaidia Mosoriot na Trans Nzoia pia, hata Elgeyo Marakwet. Tumekuwa tunawasaidia hawa majirani wetu kwa sababu hawa firefighters wana ujuzi na utaalamu bora. I think in the whole of this region, who are the best firefighters, and we have the best equipment. Tunataka kuimprove morale ya hawa wafanyikazi ndio wakuwa wanajisikia vizuri kuhakikisha kuwa ile kazi yao iko imeimarika.
I will take a short break now. We'll be back with the day's business news and sports. Don't go too far.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
You are Alpha and Omega.
Not only are we going to be offended, but believe it or not, we are going to offend somebody else. Whether directly or indirectly, sooner or later, we're going to hurt someone's feelings. We're going to do something that will disappoint someone. We will break someone's heart. We are humans. We are all weak. We all make mistakes.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord Almighty reigns.
It's the man's responsibility to initiate that. Even if his wife was wrong, but he responded by raising his voice, by saying things to her with the wrong attitude, he needs to go down and knock on that door and say to his wife, will you please forgive me?
Set the prisoner free. By his own great mercy we are set.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development has rolled out the pilot phase of the Fertilizer Insurance Program, which is aimed at strengthening farmer resilience in Kenya's National Fertilizer Subsidy Program through integrated agricultural insurance. The program, which is a result of a partnership between the Ministry, Pula, Bayer Foundation, Lemonade Foundation, Sompo Digital Lab, and Etherisk, will be piloted across 11 counties and is set to benefit over 250,000 farmers. The Climate Risk Resilience Initiative, which is a first of its kind in Kenya, integrates climate-smart insurance into Kenya's National Fertilizer Subsidy Program. Commenting on the initiative, the National Cereals and Produce Board NCPB Managing Director Samuel Karogo said the program will not only protect farmers from risks such as drought and floods, but will also promote a sustainable safety net for the farmers, mainly those in arid and semi-arid areas.
Today we are here to launch with the government of Kenya and our strategic partner Pula Foundation the Fertilizer Subsidy Insurance Program that would allow farmers to access insurance, helping them to mitigate the effects of climate change as we see it today in how it affects farmers' productivity, whether on the farm or even how then they manage post-harvest losses.
What is happening now is that within that component, to begin with, the farmers will be able to enjoy the so-called insurance cover in case there is a crop failure. And that's a benefit. It's an enhanced benefit within the program. And of course, as we move towards the future, then the cost of the insurance cover will be inbuilt within the fertilizer prices, the subsidy price.
Compensation for the value of the bags of fertilizer will go directly to their M-Pesa lines. So effectively, they don't have to do anything. The value of the fertilizer is insured, and so in case of a climate disaster, the payout will go directly to their phones. Now, how will we measure these climate outcomes, whether it's a flood or drought? We actually will do measurements on farmers' fields through what we call crop cutting experiments. These are a way also through which we create employment. So young people will be employed as part of this program, where they will actually go out to measure on farmers' fields their yields.
Our Equity Bank Kenya and the Equity Group Foundation have teamed up with the International Finance Corporation IFC to empower women entrepreneurs through the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women Online Program. The world-class training offers 10 business courses now available to women-led SMEs within the equity ecosystem. The new partnership that is building on the success of Equity's Fanikisha program, which has supported women since 2007, aims to bring financial education right to the grassroots, hence reaching entrepreneurs through Pamoja banking groups and digital platforms. The initiative comes amid statistics showing that over 83% of women-owned MSMEs in Kenya still face challenges in accessing finance.
As from our vision, our objective is to support our people to unlock opportunities for wealth creation. The issue of creating job opportunities gives us an opportunity to focus on women. And so the number of women and youth we have trained, 2.5 million. That wealth unlocking opportunities is mainly through household or family businesses, micro, small, and medium enterprises. And I'm so glad that 72% of all our loans are to micro, small, and medium enterprises, distinguishing ourselves.
Some sports now. The national football team Harambee Stars has withdrawn from the CECAFA Four Nations tournament in Tanzania after recommendations and advice from the technical bench led by head coach Benny McCarthy. In a press release issued by the Football Kenya Federation FKF, the technical bench cited unfavorable and difficult prevailing conditions which were deemed to hinder the team's preparations. The tournament was primed to kick off today with the Stars taking on Tanzania. The team will return back to the country and resume preparations, with full focus now shifting to ensuring optimal readiness for the CHAN assignment ahead. It's congratulations to Shadrack Maluki. He has been elected the new NOC Kenya president in the delayed elections held earlier today in Nairobi. Maluki, who previously served as the committee's first vice president, won with a majority of 15 votes, beating outgoing Secretary General Francis Mutuku, who garnered 12 votes. Maluki takes over from Paul Tergat, whose term of service lapsed after being in office for 2 terms of 4 years each. The new leadership regime, led by Maluki, is expected to drive Kenya's sports agenda, building on the country's rich Olympic heritage. And Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has successfully completed a medical examination at Barcelona, paving the way for a loan move to the Spanish Giants ahead of the new season. The 26-year-old England international is now expected to sign a short-term deal that will see him join Barca until the end of the season, with an option to make the move permanent depending on performance. The move comes after a difficult campaign for Rashford at Old Trafford, where he struggled for form and consistency. Barcelona, keen to bolster their attacking options, identified Rashford as a versatile addition capable of playing across the front three. And with that, that's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Many thanks for your company as we brought you this newscast. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language has been Boniface Muredi. We do this again, same time, right here on Hope TV tomorrow, where you look and leave. Have a good night.